I went and saw the Mario movie instead of watching this game, and I thought we were going to win easily. I mean, at Chicago, they've been awful in MLS so far. They just fired their coach, and we've been, albeit a little sloppy the last few weeks, but we've been a much better team. So I thought, what the heck? I'll go watch the Mario movie. Great movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But coming out of that theater and seeing that score, what happened? So, City SC bow out in the fourth round, or the round of 32, of the U.S. Open Cup in their first season as a expansion team. I can't say I was expecting us to win it, although I would have liked to get a lot farther, especially considering we were playing Chicago. I mean, just the rivalry between all of the other sports that these two teams, or two cities, play. The Blues, the Cardinals, the Blackhawks, the Cubs. White Sox don't count. The Bears stink. Sorry, Chicago, but your city stinks. I really wanted to win this one. Yes, we play them again this weekend, and I really want the 3 points now more than ever, especially voice crack, just like the game last night was stinky. Man, we need 3 points now this weekend. We need to. But before we get to that, let's talk about the game real quick. So it doesn't necessarily surprise me that we went ahead and played a weaker team again like we did against Union Omaha, especially considering we got a game this weekend. But, I mean, Coach Carnell said it in his post-game press conference against Dallas in the game that never happened, when he said, yeah, it was almost like a hard training session where the guys weren't as fatigued as they should be for a game day, so all of our options are available almost, and throwing out half of our B team, I just don't know if I agree with it. I guess maybe because of the thought process being, well, they just fired their coach, they've been a slow start, this, that, and the other, maybe we can get away with it. I mean, the bench was still pretty strong, I guess, but when your goalie misses the first goal and then has an awful lapse of judgment for the second one, you can't really come back from that. I don't know. So yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, so in the third minute of the game, before anything could even really happen, Chicago lobs the ball over top of our defenseman, guy gets in behind and throws it on goal at a pretty tough angle, goes into the goal. Now Ben Lute, our backup goalie, who started against Union Omaha, who played fairly decent. He let in a pretty stinky goal in at the end, but we were already up 5-0. You could probably blame that on the entire team just kind of losing focus, whatever. But I don't know if it's just me, but a goalie should save anything no matter what if he needs to. And when you watch that goal go in, he like throws his arms up and like ducks out of the ball's coming right at his face, and it's quite clearly going to hit his face if he doesn't move, which just like head the ball away or something, or let it break your nose. I don't know. But like he has his arms out far enough to where like when he moves his head, his arm, there's still enough space for the ball to go in between his head and his hand. And that is just kind of inexcusable, if you ask me. Any means necessary. Save that ball. I don't care if it breaks your nose or if you lose a tooth or two. Save the ball. I know it's 3 minutes into the game, but like if you have to come out, come out. And then in the second half, Leuven passes back to said keeper, and instead of trying to just boot it away first time, because granted there were a lot of people from both teams in our box at the time, instead of just kick it out. Just get rid of the ball. Don't even play games with it. Don't nothing. But instead he tries to get a little fancy, tries to make a play out of it, has an awful first touch, gives it right back to the Chicago team. Quick 1-2, ball in the back of the net. This one is so much worse than the first goal, because although I said like any means necessary, like you can understand them trying to like move out of the way ish from the face and make the save still. This one's just not. This is just bad decision making. You have to get rid of that ball first time. You know that there are multiple Chicago Fire players in your box, and your midfielder is trying to play it back to you so that you can get rid of it because you have a better angle of releasing some pressure. You have to get rid of that ball one time. You can't try and mess around with it. Can't try and get something fancy going on. It's away. You just got to throw that ball away. It's a bad look. And then right at the death into stoppage time, Miggy Perez heads it, chests it. I think he said in a post-game interview it came off his chest, even though from the main camera as we were watching it, looked like he headed it in off of a corner. Gets his very first senior team goal for City SC. Homegrown player, just turned 18, still in freaking high school doing tests and stuff in the classroom during the week, and then playing these important games for City. It's just such a cool story. I mean, I'm absolutely gutted we lost the game, but seeing Miggy Perez get that goal was absolutely amazing. He definitely earned it, and I hope he enjoys that one for a long time. Now, obviously, like I said, I was busy watching a movie while the game was going on, so I didn't really see everything in between all the goals and whatnot, just kind of skimmed through the highlights so I could understand a little bit of the game. So I took to Twitter and other social media to kind of get a feel for some of the fans and how they were thinking the game shook out as to why we lost. And the biggest thing that came out of everyone's mouth on social media was get Klaus back. Now, obviously, last week against Portland, or 2 weeks ago against Portland, and even during the Dallas game, really, you could just tell that in the final third there's not much going on for the team. You got to find some kind of way to make something happen, and with the guys we got in, Celio Pompeo, Nico Gioacchini, let me say that right at least, get his name right. They just can't seem to do the job that Klaus can do, and that's nothing against them. It's just different play styles. It seems like Klaus's play style is what we need back, and quick. I desperately hope that he is available for the game this weekend, because if not, same fate might be in store for us. So yeah, there you have it. A very quick video for me, a lot shorter than usual, but like I said, busy watching the movie. I thought we were going to win this game pretty easily, all things considered. We didn't. We're out of the cup. It sucks. I would have liked to at least get to the 5th round or the round of 16, maybe even farther, who knows, especially given all of the rich history that St. Louis has with the U.S. Open Cup. Would have just been very nice to see. But we're out, and up until the Leagues Cup in July and August, there really isn't any excuse for us not to put our full effort into the MLS. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we need to get the 3 points. We got to get this one back on Chicago. Obviously, there is a much bigger rivalry already existing with Kansas City, with everything that's gone on social media and certain podcasts and things like that, which is awful, if you ask me, on Sporting Kansas City. But I digress. We play them next week after we play Chicago this weekend. I want to beat both of those teams super badly, get some of those rivalries going on quick. We need it here in St. Louis. We've gotten off to such a hot start and then kind of cooled off a little bit, but there hasn't really felt like certain fire or anything like that to kind of push you to the next level. So I'm hoping between Chicago and Kansas City we can find that level. But yes, desperately want the 3 points this weekend. So when I make my next video on City SC, I got a lot more of a smile on my face than I do for this game. So all anticipation on Saturday, I guess. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the game. Like I said, didn't really see much of it. So if you got anything to share to me that I might have missed, just let me know. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Take care and peace.